Hey.
Thank you very much, Joe. Indeed, let's break down that game. Xpeke, what did you make of the team comps going into this one? Nothing extremely special coming out of both sides. Maybe the Kassadin for Kautar, but we have seen him playing it before.
Yeah, I actually thought they would play it a lot better with the Kassadin because their setup had a lot of assassination power. They had Kha'Zix, they have Kassadin to go in. Even Ryze can just flash snare someone and catch him, but they never really did that. Instead, Kassadin was jumping in the middle of 5. He was really grouped with his team, so Ziggs could use AoE them all at the same time, and I think they just played the team fights really bad. If they played them a bit better, could have been much, much better.
On the same token, I did feel like Denial's team comp had so much peel and protect. Fighting through Ziggs bombs, getting through Thresh, cocoons landing in your face, Mundo throwing out the briefcases. It was a difficult team to engage upon, especially if you're Graves or Ryze and you got to run through all of that.
Yeah, that as well. I feel you have to play a lot different when you face that. Kassadin has to go in and bait them too. You have a Soraka to heal you and silence someone. So you just go in with Kassadin, slow them all, and the other team has to do something. Either we allow them to catch us or turn on Kassadin. If you do that, Kassadin should just go for Athonias earlier so he could bait them and then fight them all. But instead he was just going really hard. Like he had no way to go out of the fight at all after that.
What's your opinion on Kassadin as a champion now, 4.5, 4.6? Is he still relevant? Is he still as scary as he used to be?
Not as scary as he used to be, that's for sure. Before he will just be first pick and win almost every game. Now, you could see it. He was not a bad champion. He was really good. And I think that everyone kind of saw that he had a lot of potential, but he was always not doing as much as he could. I think in a lot of fights, him and Kha'Zix should split, especially because he went full AP, no Thornias, no Rod of Ages, no HP at all. He should just split to the left, Kha'Zix to the right, and when they see Ziggs alone, Lucian alone, just both of them jump on him, use everything, burst him, and Ryze can even support with a flash snare Q and kill anyone, and then split and fight again. You have Soraka to heal the poke.
Yeah, that was actually a central element in this game. Whenever it got to a fight, Denial did very well, and we actually have an example of one of those team fights around Dragon. You can pull that replay up because it will illustrate how good Denial was coordinated in those team fights.
Yeah, so this team fight kicks off 29 minutes in. I want you to take note of how close the gold is. It's less than 1,000 separating these teams. 2 kills to 2, 1 tower to 3. At this point, I still thought we had 15 to 20 minutes of game left. But they completely caught us off guard. Let's roll the clip through. Peke, talk me through what you're looking at in terms of positioning from these teams.
Well, once again, it's not that bad, but they are giving out the Drake for free. All the team leave Kha'Zix and Kassadin alone. And now, like I said, Kha'Zix and Kassadin don't try to assassinate. They are just going in the middle of everyone instead of trying to pick people alone. So Ziggs is just doing AoE, and they still do better than I thought they would do, but the fight is over, and they killed only 2 guys. For 3 and for 4, and they lost Drake, so it's a really, really bad fight. I think Kassadin and Kha'Zix really have to split a lot, especially when Kassadin is so squeezy. He never has to jump in.
That also led to the Baron. I mean, straight from there, they rolled up top, grabbed themselves a Baron buff, and ended the game 2 minutes later. We had to run downstairs because I had no idea that Denial were going to be that decisive at winning the game.
Absolutely, that is something that caught me off guard as well. As soon as they had an advantage, they just went for an objective. They got a dragon, they got a tower, they pushed through. They weren't messing around. Something else I want to talk about is the Soraka coming in here. Dexter said yesterday, I think she's such a good pick. This time, though, in support, normally what she can bring to those long extended team fights, she just could never bring it here.
I'm not a big fan of her. She's not a bad champion. I think she's really good as well. But they had to play really... They need more poke if you want to play her, or something different than that. They had a really setup that cannot just poke that much. Like, let's say they had the Ziggs, for example, then Soraka is really good. You poke them. When they poke you a bit, and even if you lose the trade, Soraka heals you back, you kite them, but they didn't really have that kind of setup. They needed something to go in hard, a Leona, or even a Morgana to try to bind someone, or Nami to go in hard with the Kassadin and Kha'Zix. Yeah.
As an aside, we've not seen Unlimited play Thresh. I think he's not a particular fan of the champion. Soraka was last pick for Copenhagen Wolves. They had other options if they wanted to go that route and wanted to go earlier. I've got a question. Have you scrimmed against Denial much outside? Because they seem to be very decisive.
Yeah, they had the area clear. They were playing good, and I never practiced them, so I had no idea what to expect from them. I don't think they did anything extremely good. They just did everything like consistent. Correct. And Wolves didn't do anything from what they had to do correct, so they just took advantage of it. And you saw it, when Kassadin was going and suiciding, all the team was instantly turning and killing the rest of the team.
So Trevor, what do we take from this going into the next game? We know the Copenhagen Wolves, they had a rough time versus Gambit and then barely making it, of course, in the playoffs. How do you think they will bounce back from this, can they?
Copenhagen Wolves have the ability to play aggressive early. And I think they're going to need to do that in this next game. If they let Denial set the tempo and control the pace, Denial could do to Wolves what Super Hot Crew did to Cloud9. They can just take the reins, grab control of the game. So for me, early aggression and laning phase in Game 2 is important for the Wolves.
Xpeke, what do you think has to change for the Wolves?
They have to be confident in their play style. They have to pick a setup like they just did and have their ideas clear. How do we play this setup? How are we going to win fights and how are we going to lose them? And just go for what they think. If they think they have to play one way, just believe in it. Wait for the moment. If you think this is not the right moment to go in, just let them take a Drake. What is a Drake anyways? 800 gold, especially before minute 30. One Drake is not that much when you have a better setup, like I think Copenhagen will have. If they went equal to minute 40, I think they would have managed to just win. Easier than trying to fight early for a Drake.
So whatever they do, they have to do it with conviction. We're going to take a quick breather, but the action continues when we return with Game 2 between the Copenhagen Wolves and the Nile. We'll be right back.